All right, let's dive into a fascinating weekly puzzle. How does an adaptive ski program like Brass manage to match the right volunteer instructors with the right students, week after week after week?
For Brass, this isn't just some riddle. It's literally their reality. Every single week, they start with a fresh set of volunteer instructors and a new list of students who are eager to ski. Putting all those pieces together correctly is this complex puzzle that they have to solve from scratch every time. So how on earth do they pull it off?
You know, for the schedulers at BRAS, the puzzle pieces are actual people. On one side, you've got these incredible volunteer instructors, and they all have specific skills. And on the other, you have students, each with their own unique needs. The whole game is to make that perfect match, making sure every single lesson is safe, it's effective, and of course, that it's fun.
And the clock really starts ticking on Sunday afternoon. Seriously, right after one weekend of lessons wraps up, the planning for the next one kicks off immediately. The goal is to have all the rental info sorted out by Tuesday, but as we're about to see, the puzzle isn't truly solved until the lessons are actually happening, because changes can and do come in as late as Friday night.
Okay, so the very first move on Sunday is to check the roster. The scheduler logs into their system, which is called FareHarbor, to answer a really simple but absolutely crucial question: who's on the crew? The list of volunteers who've signed up for that weekend sets the absolute capacity for what's possible.
And here's where it gets interesting. Not all instructors are the same. They have these little certification codes. COG means they're trained to lead a lesson for a student with a cognitive impairment. VI is for visually impaired. SNOGO means they're certified on the snow bike. And what about seeing no code? Well, that's not a problem. It's an opportunity. It just means a new volunteer can jump in and learn from a certified lead.
Okay, so we know who can teach, but how does a student go from just, wanting a lesson to actually getting out there on the snow? Well, Brass has this really clever two-step system to manage all of it.
And this slide really breaks down the key difference. See, when a parent or a student goes online, they can't just book a lesson directly. What they do is request a session, and that puts them on a wait list. It's only when a scheduler manually goes in, confirms there's a certified instructor free, that they get moved over to an official booking. This is super important because it prevents overbooking and makes sure every student has exactly the right support.
Now, during that initial request, the system is gathering all this crucial data. It's not just about getting a spot in line. The scheduler needs to know what the student needs, how old they are, and all the nitty-gritty for rental equipment. We're talking height, weight, and shoe size. This info is absolutely vital for the next step.
And it all comes together in this kind of four-step dance. The scheduler looks at a student on the request list, checks their needs, let's say it's a cognitive lesson. Then they scan the instructor crew for someone with that COG certification. If there's a match, boom, they hit rebook. That moves the student into an official slot and fires off a confirmation. And finally, they assign that specific lead instructor to the student right there in the system.
Now, a one-to-one match is the minimum for safety, for sure. But the gold standard at Brass, what they're really aiming for is 2 instructors for every 1 student. And you might ask why? Well, it's a total win-win. It gives the student an absolutely incredible experience, and, just as importantly, it lets those new volunteers, the ones without the codes yet, get hands-on training right alongside a seasoned pro.
So let's say by Monday or Tuesday the schedule looks perfect. All the pieces of the puzzle are locked in. But, we all know how life works. Plans change, people get sick, cars break down, stuff happens.
So let's walk through a classic scenario. It's Friday evening, and an email pops up. A student has to cancel their 10 a.m. lesson for tomorrow. Does that slot just go to waste? Absolutely not. This is where the design of their system really shines.
Remember that request a session list? It's not just for the initial booking. It has a second job. It's a real-time dynamic wait list. All those students who couldn't get booked at first because there weren't enough instructors, well, they're now the first people to get a call when a spot opens up.
And the process is so fast. The scheduler can go right into that request list, grab everyone who wanted a Saturday morning lesson, and just blast out a single email. It's a race. First one to respond gets the spot. It's a brilliant way to handle that last-minute chaos and make sure no instructor's time is wasted.
So the system is really clever at handling real-time changes. But, that doesn't mean it's perfect. Behind the scenes, there are still a lot of parts of the process that depend on good old-fashioned manual work, and that can create inefficiencies. And this is where the team starts dreaming about what could be.
Okay, just take a look at this. This spreadsheet is absolutely essential for getting skis and boots ready. But how is it made?
By someone manually copying and pasting the height, weight, and shoe size for every single student every single week from the booking system into Excel. Talk about a pain point. This is a prime candidate for automation.
And the solution to a lot of these manual tasks is a true CRM, a customer relationship management system. So instead of just booking one-off lessons, a CRM would create a lasting profile for each student. It would track their lesson history, their progress notes, their equipment needs, all in one place, year after year.
You know, once you start thinking about a CRM, a whole world of possibilities just opens up. It's not just about making the scheduler's life easier, it's about fundamentally improving the experience for everyone involved, from the volunteers all the way to the students themselves.
This quote just perfectly captures the vision. Right now, after every lesson, instructors fill out these paper evaluation forms. But what if that was all done on an iPad? What if that data was instantly saved to the student's profile? I mean, that's the dream, right? And the path forward is becoming really clear. I mean, picture this. Instead of a weekly email blast, instructors get a Google Calendar invite they can actually accept, which helps cut down on no-shows. Imagine those digital evaluations on iPads, and all of it feeding into a central system where an instructor can see everything they need to know about their student for the day.
So let's just end on this thought. What if Nancy, the instructor, could just pull up her phone right before meeting her student Megan and instantly see the notes from Megan's last 3 lessons? She'd know exactly what they worked on, which drills worked best, and what the goals are for today. That's not just better technology, it's a better, more personalized lesson. And really, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about.